Hi everyone, Nicholas here. Welcome to another Portuguese video. In today's video, we are going to be learning about manners. This is the first part that we're going to be learning about this. And today, I decided to just do a video today since I won't be doing this Portuguese class in person. Hopefully you are having a great day. I just wanted to start off here. A few things here is that, yes, I know that I haven't uploaded any more Portuguese lessons here for the past month is because I've been trying to organize some stuff. There's a lot of things going on right now. There's a lot of stuff. I'm very busy is what I'm trying to say. I'm going to try my best to upload over here. But if I don't, then it's because I have other channels where I'm uploading videos or just doing other things that's going on with my life. And another thing is, I just want to take a moment and thank you all for all the support that y'all have been giving to me on this channel. Y'all are all the best, so thank you all for that. And we're using this whiteboard because I'm using the other one for a lesson. Probably I might keep this one for the Portuguese lessons, but as long as I'm doing it, that's all what matters. But let's start right now, and yeah. So, in the Portuguese language, there are also manners. So this one was one of the requested videos, so I'm going to be doing this as in parts to teach y'all about that. So, please in Portuguese, por favor. Por favor. Those, just so you know, they have spaces. They do not beat together. And this is how you spell it. P-O-R-F-A-V-O-R. Por favor. Por favor. Which means please. So, the next one up here, there is an accent here. Before we go to the next one, I just wanted to talk a little bit about this. If you are all familiar, well, actually, probably not, but for those who are in person that are familiar, knows all about the accents. Every time if there's an accent on top, or in this case, it's on the bottom. It's on the bottom because it's the continent. It's the only Portuguese continent that has an accent. There is no other accents other than the letter C in the continent that's underneath. Other than that, there's no accents that has it on other continents and that has it on the bottom. In the Portuguese language, that is. So, if you see this accent right here, we're going to go over this as well in the video in the future, talking about that. It means that the letter C is pronounced like an S. So, just so you know that this accent right here does not begin on a sentence or phrase or word in Portuguese. The letter C with this accent right here that you see, you will never see it starting in the first letter or in the beginning of the word or phrase or anything like that. It's always on the middle, and it also depends what comes after or how it's laid out and how you spell it in Portuguese. But in this case, after this one is the A. So that is how it's usually when it's the C with cedilha like that. It comes after. It does not exist with the C cedilha with the R, C cedilha L, and a few other as well. That does not exist in the Portuguese language. So, let's do it. Let's teach you how to say this. Excuse me in Portuguese. Com licença. Com licença. C-O-M space L-I-C-E-N-C, but this C is with the cedilha A. So just so you know that this C right here, after the I and before the E right here, it's pronounced like an S, but every time if there's a cedilha C, it does not, there's no other letter next to that. So like if you see this right here, there's no A right there because it's just pronounced without the cedilla. So if you remembered when I talked about this right there, this cedilla right here is pronounced like an S because it's there's an A after. But that's why that there's an accent there. But all I'm saying is that I'm going to be making a video teaching y'all all about the accents coming up to the channel here soon. But let's carry on to the next one here. Sorry in Portuguese. Desculpa. Desculpa. D-E-S-C-U-L-P-A. Desculpa. Desculpa. D-E-S-C-U-L-P-A. Desculpa, which means sorry. Thank you in Portuguese, or thanks. If you're a male, you would say obrigado. Obrigado. If you're a female, you would say obrigada. Obrigada. So all you're doing is you're just adding the A and the O at the end because that is like a gender. It's like the male says it with the O at the end, and the female says it if it's an A at the end. So that's why. O B R I G R A D O. If it's a male, you would say obrigado. Obrigado. Now, if it's a female, this is how you would spell it. O B R I G R A D A. Obrigada. Obrigada, if it's a female. So there's a sentence here that I'm going to put here up at the board. And yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, back. So I wrote a sentence down here using a few words here. I'm going to put a line underneath this one, and I already have a line on that one right there. Before we read this sentence here, if y'all in person remembered that I taught you about verbs. This verb right here, levar. Levar. So this verb means, there's two contexts that this verb right here means in Portuguese. One, it means that you're going to take something or take someone. And number two, bring, as we have on this sentence right here, which means bring. And the line right here is because I talked about this word right here, por favor, which means please. Por favor. Por favor. So I'm going to teach you what this sentence is saying right here. There are a few accents here that you need to know. This accent right here on top of the E is the one that's called acento circunflexo. Acento circunflexo. So that means that every time you see this accent on top of the vowels in the Portuguese language, it is a more closed sound. So if you remember when I talked about this year about names of the family, and one of that was grandpa. Grandpa in Portuguese, vovô. Vovô. The second O is pronounced with a more closed sound. So that means that there is an accent on top of that O because of that. The second accent, aquário. Aquário, which means aquarium. This A right here has an accent because it's called the accent agudo. Acento agudo. Instead of making it a closed sound, it makes it an open sound. So that means it makes it more open and more stronger. The reason why in Portuguese that there are accents is because it makes the sound of the vowel or letter more stronger, more open, or more closed. In this case right here, it makes it more closed. It just depends what accent you're using on top of the vowels. And there's only accents on top of the vowels, but there's only one, just called it cedilha, which we learned on this word right here, com licença, which has a cedilha right there because of the letter C, which is a consonant, instead of being on the top. So the thing is, all I'm saying is that that's how the accents work in Portuguese. We're going to go over that in a separate video, but in this video, I'm going to read you about what it says in this sentence right here. Você, por favor, pode levar nós no aquário? Você, por favor, pode levar nós no aquário? What this sentence is saying is, can you please bring us to the aquarium? So that's what this sentence is saying right here. It's asking, can you bring us to the aquarium? So let's break it down a little bit right here. Você, instead of starting with can, it started with you in Portuguese. Você, por favor, which means please, if you remember what we got what I taught you. Pode, which means can. Just so you know, when you say the word can in Portuguese, it's only the word can when you're asking or able to do something. It also doesn't mean like the can of soup or can of Coke, stuff like that, of any drink. It just means can. The ability or able, like you're asking someone. They're like the can of soup or the can of Coke, can of soda has another name in Portuguese, but it's not the same, just so you know. Levar, that means bring or take. It's a verb that means to bring or take. It depends on what context you're trying to say there. Nós, us, bring us, or take us, either way. So that means us right there, nós. That means the. The word nu in Portuguese means the aquário. That means aquarium. Você, por favor, pode levar nós no aquário? Você, por favor, pode levar nós no aquário? So when you say please as well, the word please, por favor, you could also put it at the end if you want it as well. Or you could also put it as well on the beginning as well. But if you're going to put it at the end, it's going to be like this. Você pode levar nós no aquário, por favor? So one more time, if you're going to put it at the end, você pode levar nós no aquário, por favor? So you just put it at the end, if you want to as well, if you want to put the word por favor. Now, if you want to put it on the beginning before asking, you could be like, por favor, você pode levar nós no aquário? One more time. If you want to put it on the beginning, you can say, por favor, você pode levar nós no aquário? So that's asking, please, can you bring us to the aquarium? To the aquarium. You could just put it here in the beginning, you could put it here, or you could put it at the end. All those examples I showed you could put it like that. So yeah, so that's how you say that. So this is the part 1 of the manners. There's going to be part 2 coming up, but let's review them here before we end off this video here. Please in Portuguese, por favor. Por favor, which means please. Por favor, which means please. Excuse me in Portuguese, com licença. Com licença. Com licença. Sorry in Portuguese. Desculpa. Desculpa. Thanks or thank you in Portuguese. Obrigado. If you're a male, you just add an O at the end. Obrigado. If it's a female, obrigada. Obrigada. If it's a female, it has an A at the end. Você, por favor, pode levar nós no aquário. One more time. Você, por favor, pode levar nós no aquário. And like I said, you could also put it at the end. Put please at the end if you want. Or you could also put it in the beginning as well. But you won't have either. You won't need one if you already have one on the beginning, or depending on where you decide to put it, because you already said it already. But yeah, so thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you learned some Portuguese today. And yeah, I'll see you all next time. Bye, everyone.